This is our last one. The last major Power Rangers in Space figure ever conceived from Hasbro themselves. It's quite a sad shame, really. I mind this figure and I mind the cycle release, but it kind of makes me wish we could have gotten something better. What's happening, everybody, and welcome to a brand new PRLostGalaxy2014 review, continuing and finally wrapping up Power Rangers in Space and Hasbro's Power Rangers Lightning Collection. So today, and continuing from the last video, is my review on the Silver in Space Ranger with his Silver Galaxy Cycle, which was one of the last permanently final Power Rangers in Space items that we ever had in the collection in 2022, 2023. These were going to be one of this alongside Blue Centaurian and Lost Galaxy Pink back in 2023, I believe. These were going to be my most sought after Lightning Collection figure releases from Hasbro for Power Rangers at the time. But due to a major personal shakeup again with me in Austin again, and what happened with that, and me being in that, dump hole of a facility, I couldn't do it. So here I am 2 years later in 2025, and I'm finally doing this figure and doing yet another Silver Ranger, this time with him in the Silver Galaxy Cycle. I have the original 90s toy of the cycle, but I don't want to pull it out right now because it's going to be too much work to do. So maybe one day I'll share a photo of and compare the Bandai Silver Galaxy Cycle I still have from childhood that has been played with versus what Hasbro had did in the Lightning Collection with the cycle. So here's the front of the package, just a very long box for this figure and the bike included. Silver Ranger artwork and render. So this is brand new, and yet again, this is also one of the last few, this is like one of the only few Power Rangers in Space related Lightning Collection figures where it's plastic free packaged, and I hate that. So here's this, and then the Power Rangers in Space logo on this, and then artwork of the Silver Ranger from this direction again, and then the Silver Ranger and all his contents, the cycle, Super Silverizer. So there is no lightning effect piece, so it's just the bike. Like, that's the lightning effect piece, was the bike. Man, and I can't believe I bought two of the same Ranger again, but what the heck, as long as I have to be a completist and all, and a new Zane head to come with it. So we'll go over that, and one last time, let's rock it. Super Galaxy Cycle edition. I don't know. I'm lazy on that. Now, as you can see, since this was one of the last few figures and one of the last few things in space related they put out in the collection, following the Zord Ascension Project Astro Megazord, we got to go over the Silver Ranger and do a major comparison before I get to the cycle, because that is the new thing that I got for the season, for the collection. So the Silver Ranger they did for this deluxe Galaxy Cycle release is kind of inferior to the standard release. And this is also one of the first, and probably the first and only in-space Ranger thing they did where the figure is going to be pinless jointed, and you can tell that parts of him is very lanky. When you look at the standard figure that I just reviewed just not so long ago, the standard figure was good, like real good in terms of gold and silver. Here it just feels like they were just half-assing it because they just wanted to put it into the franchise, put it into the Lightning Collection, and just say fuck everything, basically. Yeah, but even though the joints on this figure is a bit fast in terms of it being pinless jointed, while the articulation is okay, but the way how the silver is not as translucent as on the standard figure, as you can tell, because this feels more like a solid Silver Ranger than, yeah, but, instead of this figure, we probably could have gotten, like, the Galactic Rover release, or move on to something like Lightspeed Rescue related, and give us a Titanium Ranger or something out of this. I mean, this could have been a better figure template for a Titanium Ranger in the Lightning Collection if they did, but it's just so lame how they did this Silver Space Ranger. He is loose, lanky, got a bent knee and stuff, and that's not good. He's just so, like, not really good. I mean, when I could be better off putting this Silver Ranger, which is the standard Walgreens exclusive release and all, with the bike instead of this. This looks like, I don't know what to make of this Silver Ranger. you know, his head does turn around and everything. You got the abdomen crunch, and his abdomen crunch is very gummy though. Then you have Then you have the, you know, elbow crunch and all that on both arms. As should be, even though this is a pinless jointed Silver Ranger, and not, well, this is pin jointed, this is pinless. So I'm like, man, this figure is like really not good. Like, not good at all compared to what I got. And this is why this is like the more superior version of the Silver Ranger, I'm sorry to say. But this just felt like 2.5 years too late, 5 years too late. But it just feels tacked on with this one. Then as for the knee crunch is not good on this, so not as good as on the standard one that it looked like the leg was about to break off too. Then this knee crunch a little bit, and also you can tell that the white is very inconsistent on the boots of the figure. Like, look how dirty white this looks a little bit as opposed to the clean white on all over the Silver Ranger suit on the main figure. I don't understand. Like, it's just so inconsistent. So yeah, but that's just as far as I could tell on the cycle, you know, on the figure for the cycle. And then we got a Zane head. The Zane head this time around, as opposed to the standard, it just looks like, what the heck, dude? Like, one face of Zane makes him look like Brad Pitt still, and this makes him look like more like Matt Damon. I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's just, what the heck, Hasbro? It's like he's not even trying anymore with the facial likeness of these Ranger actors. Super Silver Riser is the same, but again, nothing is different. But I think it's a lot more glossier than on the original for both the the bladed version and the gun version. And now let's take a look at the Silver Ranger's Galaxy Cycle. It's similar to what I had back when I was a kid. I still have the original '90s toy of it. I just gotta assemble and put the bike together. Wait until I also get Time Force Blue in his Vector Cycle release, which I have a lot to say about that one. Yeah, you just got to put the bike together, and also parts of the bike is loose, and that in itself is not good either. Like, come on, Hasbro, y'all could have did better than this. I mean, this version of the bike is okay. I mean, it feels more authentic to the show, while the original '90s toy is better off as his Galaxy Glider proper. So that is what I'm saying. I mean, again, I still have the original '90s toy of the Silver Galaxy Cycle that does also be his Galaxy Glider. And that was the cool thing, too. But I wish that as a kid, back when In Space still had its toys out, before Lost Galaxy started airing, I should have got, like, that particular version of the Space Rangers with their Galaxy Cycles that can be also, Galaxy Gliders too, because that was a cool feature on those toys. But this, he doesn't get a Galaxy Glider, he just has the Cycle, and that's a damn shame. And this is like we got our third In Space Silver Ranger related thing now from Hasbro, and they didn't even bother trying, like giving us more than they can chew for Zane. And poor Zane, he gets like the crappiest like thing ever. This is a really lose-lose way to close out In Space in the Lightning Collection, and I'm trying to put the brakes, the handles in his hands when he's riding the bike, but he just won't like do that. Like, what is going on with this figure? Like, damn, this figure really sucks. Like, in the bike, I mean, in terms of presentation is fine, but everything is just all over the place. It's just so loose. And okay, I think I got it. But it just won't. Yeah, it's just not great. And it's not as good as the original '90s toy. It's not as good as the last Lightning Collection Silver Ranger thing I do have, but it's just not good. So here's the Silver Ranger on his Galaxy Cycle, but again, it's not in its best positioning. But it's probably going to get worse once I get the Vector Cycle with Time Force Blue next time. But it's just like, man, this is I don't know how I feel about this Silver Ranger release. I was looking forward to it, but I'm just now that I finally have the thing in hand, it's a tad disappointing. Like, it's a really tad disappointing thing for me to look over and to review this time, and something I longed for the last 2 years since this was out and a half. And I'm like, yeah, I got the figure. It's just like that. It's not the best release. It's not the best Silver Ranger thing they did for Power Rangers in Space by Hasbro for the Lightning Collection, but they tried. They tried. They could have, you know, we could have also got a Galactic Rover Silver Ranger release because Zane needs more stuff. He needs more toys. We got Psycho Silver, so so therefore my Silver Space Ranger trilogy is complete for the Lightning Collection. So, but the way how you end the trilogy is with a very disappointing Silver Ranger figure, and then, well, the cycle is okay in terms of the paint and detail and stuff, but it's just overall the figure is a mixed bag. This entire item is a mixed bag. I like the bike, but the Silver Ranger figure sucks. It's just sad way to conclude In Space and the Lightning Collection as of now, because Hasbro is no longer doing the Lightning Collection anymore, I'm afraid. And it sucks. And I'm just really worried that once I finish up Dino Charge and some other Rangers, I'm just worried once I get to them and their figures, and then for the standalone Rangers that won't get any more stuff, it's just a sad way to go out for me. And for my last, you know, come next year is my final year fully going all out collecting Power Ranger toys. So I'm going to try to do what I can to get every single thing I can before I retire and hang up and power down from toy collecting on this franchise. That's it for my review on the Silver Ranger on the Galaxy Cycle. Be sure to subscribe, drop a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time.